Grade 7 here, and I came across this video. U.S. Surgeon General says 13-year-olds are too young to be on social media. And for once, I agree. They are too young. The U.S. Surgeon General, Dr. Vivek Murthy, said he believes 13 is too young for children to be on social media platforms. Despite some of the most popular platforms, including Facebook and Instagram, allowing users to be that age. I mean, the teen years is a very, hate to say it, no, teenagers are very gullible. They're very susceptible to things, and social media just amplifies all that to me. It says, I personally, based on the data I've seen, believe 13 is too early. It's a time where it's really important for us to be thoughtful about what's going on, what's going into how they think and their own self-worth and their relationships, and the skewed and often distorted environment of social media, which often does a disservice to many of those children. Now, I kind of have to agree with that one. It's a very toxic place. I've always said, now, if I was ever an athlete in sports, I wouldn't have a social media. Nothing. It's such a toxic place. This note. Facebook, no, requires users to be 13 years old. TikTok and Snapchat also require users to be at least 13 years old. This one I like. Google, the parent company of YouTube, does not allow kids under 13 to create their own Google account. YouTube allows parents to set up a supervised account for a child under 13 for which they can control the content settings. This is something I saw. I do have another channel, and I saw this years ago. What happens is these parents, just put their, give the kid their access, and the kids look at content through the parents. Social media sites require people to enter a birth date in order to sign up as users. Yeah, that does a whole lot of good. You can easily do whatever date you want. There's nothing there that. Martha did say he'd like to see parents band together to keep the young teens off social media, given they're allowed on platforms starting at age 13. If parents can band together and say, as a group, we're not going to allow kids into social media until 16, 17, or 18, or whatever age they choose, that's a much more effective strategy in making sure your kids don't get exposed to harm early. Sure, I think my nephew, my sister didn't allow my nephew on social media until I think he was like 16 or 17. Yeah, he's big on TikTok now, though. He likes to look through all that. McCarthy's comments come just 1 year after he issued an advisory highlighting a crisis in youth mental health. Now, if mental health is rising and all that type of stuff, then we need to take a look at what's going on. And one thing that is new within the past 10 years, really, is social media. So maybe there probably is a correlation. It does say social media is linked with symptoms of depression and anxiety, body issues, lower life satisfaction for some teens and adolescents, probably for more than just teens and adolescents. Heavy social media use around the time adolescents go through puberty is linked with lower life satisfaction 1 year later. But not every teen has those experiences. Yeah, you're always going to find outliers. There will always be the exception to the rule. But the problem is, too often we use that exception to the rule as a reason to do it. We still know very little about what age is right for young people to start using social media, especially as social media use has varied and impacts different people in different ways. True. Tips for parents. The Center of Disease Prevention recommends no more than 2 hours of screen time or social media use a day for young people. Actually, I think there's a list right here. Yeah. Here are the 7 tips. Children younger than 18 months should avoid screens. Children older than 2 limit screen use to maybe 1 hour a day with parental supervision. have an open-ended discussion about screen time, agree on the simple things, like establishing one phone-free hour after dinner so that everyone can do something together, family time. Use social media to connect with each other rather than making it an enemy. That's actually what I started. When I first started, I used it to connect with a bunch of friends and all that I had in college and this and that. However, now I don't see anything that they post anymore because Facebook has so many recommended stuff for me that it's unreal. If there's conflict or screen time plan doesn't seem to be working, take a deep breath, be kind to each other, and begin again. And discuss the consequences of breaking screen time limit ahead of time so that your child doesn't have a meltdown. Of course, they'll probably still have a meltdown anyways. But no, I do like this one thing. Limit screen use. This is probably something. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, right here. Establish a one phone-free hour. I think everyone needs to do this one a little bit. Get off your computer, get off your phone, read a book, go outside, and just don't turn that on. I think we'll all be happier a little bit with that. But I don't know. What do you think? Is it actually he actually making sense here? What do you think? No, is it toxic? Not toxic? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe. Come on over to Rumble. Help support me over there, and I'll see you next video.